Hey guys, Felicia here. Before we start the show, I want you to do me a quick favor. Can you hit that like button? Can you hit that subscribe button? Can you leave me a written review? If you've been listening to this show, you love this show. If you've had a coaching session with me and you rocking with me and this show has helped you, please let the people know. Please write a review. This helps other people know about the show. Also, go share this with somebody. Don't keep all this goodness to yourself. Because I'm telling you, like even in today's episode, gems are about to be dropped. Don't hoard the gems. Share. The more gems you share, the more gems you'll get. It's the law of the universe. Okay? All right. Now let's start the show. Welcome to the Trill MBA Show. I'm your host, Felicia Ann Rose Anuha, aka the Trillest MBA you will ever know. And I'm here to help you survive and thrive in corporate America by giving you the truth and being as real as only I can be. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you guys have decided to join me today to talk about all things career, because that's what we do here. We talk about career. And so today, I want to share something that I'm going through, but in the form of giving y'all tips, tricks, and tactics per our usual. Today, I'm talking about changing your career. Because guess what, guys? That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to change my career. So I know on a previous episode when I had gotten laid off, I was really gung-ho because I was just hurt and angry. But I was just like, I am going to just forget these companies and I am going to be an entrepreneur. Well, guess what, guys? I ain't got no money like that. So definitely am taking this time to look for new opportunities and try to figure out, where do I belong? Where do I go next? I think the biggest lesson I have learned so far in my career is that I need to be where I fit and where I'm wanted. But I have been working in food and the food industry and in food service for so long that trying to pivot really does feel very hard. So today I'm going to talk through some things of how I'm thinking about career pivots, and hopefully I can inspire myself and you at the same time. So let's get into it. So this first segment, we're going to talk through identifying the need for change and understanding your goals. So a lot of times we are in roles and we've gone down a certain path because, like you, I was also told, go to school, get a good job, get good benefits. So I did that, and I did that multiple times, that whole go to school thing. Like many of you, I have multiple degrees because why Black women get degrees? We love to get degrees. We break up with dudes, we get degrees. We get mad at our employer, we go get a degree. Like our family pisses us off, we go get another degree. We are the out getting degree, having this group of folks. But to what end, guys? Why are we getting all these degrees? And I'm not against going and getting degrees. I just want us to get intentional about doing so. About getting the degrees. Like, why are you getting this degree? How will it further your career endeavors and what you want to do? But one of the things that you need to do is recognize the signs of when it is time for you to make a career pivot. I think for me, this last layoff was a huge sign that I need to figure out what I'm doing, because it ain't working. So I've got to figure it out. Definitely, I was feeling a lot of stress. And one of the things that I researched is, the signs that you're not satisfied in your current job or industry. Now, caveat, you can be satisfied in your job. Like you can have like, hey, I like the people I work with. It's a good setup. And it could be something deep in you that's like, hey, you may need to think about doing something else. Or it could be something like, I am stressed out. This is very stressful. I think for me, I was going through a lot of stress and my body was starting to react to that stress. But for some people, you may just be feeling unfulfilled. You may have a lack of passion or motivation for what you're currently doing that you may have had before. You may have had that passion and motivation. It could have been 5 years ago. This was a great fit. You were in a good place and that has changed. And that's okay. Also, you could be longing for a different work culture. Like your work culture could really just suck. Maybe you're in a culture that, has a bunch of leaders that just simply are inept and they're not equipped and they are leading the whole organization to hell. And you're just kind of there. That could be the case for you. And you have to take a step back and evaluate, like, is this where I'm going to stay? Or what do I need to start doing to look for other things? So the first thing you need to do when you recognize that it is time for you to take a change and you are seeing that your career is stagnant, there's no progression, despite your best efforts and your dedication, it's time for you to set some goals. And everybody's heard of SMART goals, right? So if you haven't heard of SMART goals, now my assumption is you have, but if you haven't, let's talk about it. So what is a SMART goal? It's a specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant time-bound goal. So S stands for specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, relevant, and T, time-bound. And when you're thinking through how you're going to transition your career, you've really got to make some SMART goals. They need to be long-term and short-term goals. And you really do need to do some visualization work. But where do you start with all of that? Because it sounds overwhelming, and I know it does. But I have a practical thing for you to do today. If you go to trillinba.com and you join our career freebies, you will be led to our page of tools. In there, I have some transferable skills checklists that you can download. There's 2 of them. You only need to use one, but I had found another link to another resource and I added it there for you. This is all free. And that's where you start. You make an assessment or even an inventory of sorts of what your transferable skills are. What I want you to do is print that sheet out, and then you're going to highlight which skills are you good at, which ones come easy to you, which skills do you feel like are your superpower, right? So all the ones you think you can do in your sleep, all the things that come easy to you, because really and truly, the work you should be doing should be things that come easy to you. Okay? So after you make that highlight of the transferable skills checklist, then you want to take the top 5, the ones you're like, if I could do this all the time, I would do it for free because that's how easy it comes to me. And those, I would say, are your transferable skills that are your superpowers. And you can take those from job to job to job and be successful. So that's the first thing that you want to do if you have decided that, hey, I need to make a change and it needs to be a big change. Okay? And you really need to make an honest assessment of where you are. And so tactically, you also need to start having some conversations with people. Because one thing I think that's really hard for us is to see the possibilities But what I've found is if you start talking to your network and your friends and say, hey, I know that I need to change. These are the things I'm good at, but I'm not quite sure where in the world do I fit. And then you start to go on this journey. And I know, guys, let me tell you something. One, this is a journey where you actually have to ask people to help you. And if you're like me, you don't want to ask nobody to help. You just want to be able to figure it all out. But the problem is you don't know what you don't know. And the only way to figure out what all the opportunities are that are available to you is to start having these conversations. So if you have a mentor, a trusted advisor, any friends you have, heck, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session with me, you can go to trillingba.com/coaching and do that. And we can work through this specific situation. And that's step one of working through the process of, okay, how do I change careers? How do I change industries? What do I do? Well, the first is, in short, we're going to assess what are our superpowers. So now we're going to take a quick break. And when I get back, I'm going to focus on, let's say you want to transition industries. So you still want to be in the same function, but you want to change industries. How does that work? And honey, let me tell you, this is the exact problem I'm trying to solve right now when we get back from the break. Hey there, travel enthusiasts. Are you tired of struggling to find hair and skincare products that cater to your unique needs while on the go? Look no further than blacktravelbox.com. Black Travel Box is your one-stop shop for travel-sized natural hair and skincare products, specifically curated for Black travelers. No more settling for generic products that don't work for your hair type or skin tone. Whether you're jet setting to a tropical island or embarking on a cross-country road trip, Black Travel Box has you covered with their convenient and TSA-approved travel kits. Plus, by supporting Black Travel Box, you're not just getting high-quality products, but you're also supporting a Black-owned business that is dedicated to promoting inclusivity in the travel industry. So, travel in confidence, style, and grace with Black Travel Box. Visit blacktravelbox.com now and get ready to slay your next trip. Don't let your beauty routine suffer while you explore the world. And hey guys, let me tell you, Black Travel Box products are amazing, especially that body butter. Listen, I got a promo code for you. Use the code JETSET. That's JETSET, all caps, JETSET. And you can get a discount from Black Travel Box because of who? The Trillist MBA. Happy travels, beautiful people. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, guys, and we are back. If you haven't got that Black Travel Box, baby, what are you waiting on? Go get that. It's great. It's this time to travel. It's time. It's summer. And we're out here. We're outside. So we need all of our carry-on things. Now, previously, before the break, I talked through, as you're thinking through changing careers, identifying, hey, yes, I need to make a change. Okay, step one, what are my transferable skills? What are my superpowers, right? Now, let's say we want to change industries. Like for me, I've been in food. I now want to move into media and entertainment. And so what does that mean? What does that look like? Especially entertainment is one of those industries where a lot of times the job descriptions I've been looking at say, I need 10 years experience in media. And although I don't have that exact experience, I have very strong transferable business skills that suit me well. And I'm passionate about entertainment and media. So on the strength of that, I am working to figure out this transition with a large media company. So what are some of the things that I'm doing right now? I am trying to learn the landscape of the business side of media. I think with media and entertainment, it's very easy. oh, there's films and I like to watch films, or there's television and I like to watch TV, and you've got streaming services and network TV and cable, and then you've got production companies and you've got podcasting, which I get podcasting because I'm a podcaster, but I'm an independent podcaster. What's the business of podcasting really look like? Because right now, I don't get paid to do this. So I've got to figure that out. So some of the things I've been researching are identifying like the key players in the industry, because these are possible companies I could work for. Looking at what the industry trends are, future growth in this industry, what does that look like? What is the impact of technology on the entertainment industry? And should I be looking to go more entertainment tech from a business standpoint? It's a lot. So I'm just thinking through like, what does this industry need to grow? And how does that marry up with my superpowers, right? And a key component to this is your transferable skills. So recognizing which of your skills are relevant to this industry. And then you can share examples from the work you've done in the past to illustrate your transferable skills and how you would use them in this industry. And so the other thing that you really have to do is build relationships. And so no matter what the industry is, this is where relationships come in to play, because at the end of the day, I'm going to have to find somebody that is willing to take a chance on me and my business acumen and give me a chance in the entertainment and media space. And they're going to have to hire me and pay me and give me a chance to show what I can do and how I can add value and make sure I deliver the return on their investment in hiring me, because I'm expensive. So the best thing you can do now, once you know, like, okay, I want to change industries, and you know the industry you want to change into, is to start networking within that industry. So attend industry events, join online forums, connect with professionals on LinkedIn that are in the industry. You've identified your transferable skills. So another great thing to do as you're building your network is to create your value proposition. And I have another tool for you. So if you go to trilliumba.com, if you haven't already, and sign up for our freebies, it should pop up when you come to the site. And you sign up, and then that page will take you to where you get the transferable skills checklist. There's another tool called a value proposition worksheet, and you will fill out that worksheet. Now, typically, I use that worksheet when I do my workshop, so I'm walking people through it. But if you get stuck, email me at ask@trilliumba.com. And I will answer your question about the worksheet if you get stuck when you're trying to fill it out and create your unique value proposition as you're working to transition your career. Okay? I got you. And trust, these are the same steps that I am doing right now to figure out how to identify my next role in the entertainment industry. Okay? The other thing you can do is, according on your industry, what are the things that you need to learn, or skills or knowledge that you need to pick up, that you can pick up, that may be outside of your transferable skill set. So if you think through maybe some certificates or some online courses, not a whole degree, guys, okay? Don't go apply to universities and colleges, but things that you can watch on LinkedIn Learning or Masterclass. I love Masterclass. Or any of the other Teachable or what have you. Things that you can pay for that are low cost to you, or maybe your employer would support you and pay for it. Use your current employer and any development dollars that they are willing to spend on you to learn something new, gain something new. And then that will help you also say, hey, I may not work directly here, but I do still have this education. And you can also use that in your networking to explain this is what I am looking to do or where I'm looking to move to. Okay. So we're going to take a quick break. But when we get back from the break, I'm going to talk about shifting job functions because that is actually a little bit different from switching industries when we get back from the break. Hey guys, it's Felicia here. And if you didn't know, we are revamping our Patreon and we are working to bring you more great content. Now, I know y'all been hearing me talk about this Patreon, and I know some of y'all joined and was like, where is that? I'm telling you, got a team of folks now. We're doing some things. Like if you are listening to the audio of this and you would like to see me and my facial expression, then go to our Patreon and you will see the video of this episode in the Patreon. So we will be working on exclusive content. You can also find a exclusive behind the scenes podcast we are creating, me and the team. It's called What the Fuck Are We Doing? Because we don't know. As we're working to grow this podcast and a media company. So if you want to see our shenanigans, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/TrillingBA show and sign up. And we're going to have some career tips and things. And we're working on it, guys. Rock with us, hang with us, help support the show. That's why we have the Patreon. So appreciate y'all, all the people who have joined the Patreon. And we look forward to seeing more of you guys. Join us for shenanigans and career tips. All right, back to the show. Alrighty, guys, we're not going to stay here long. We're going to wrap this up. Just going to talk through shifting job functions. So you've got your transferable skills. You know what those are. You know what industry you're trying to move into if you're changing industries, and you're doing your networking and you're doing all the things. You've got your value proposition. Now let's talk about, let's say I want to stop doing marketing and start doing production work. Oh, goodness. What have I produced outside of the Trilling BA show? Not really much. Now, one thing as a marketer, as a classically trained brand manager at that, I have produced my share of videos. And when I say produced, I use that word lightly because in actuality, I was just the project manager as the brand manager of the commercial. So I did get to work on commercial sets and shoots, and I wrote the brief for the commercial. So definitely was on the client side. Now I'm trying to move over to more like, hey, I want to be the director of the commercial or something like that. So how do I do that? That's definitely a function shift. It's not totally out of scope because I produced this podcast and it has video in the Patreon. But I really do need to think through what all skills do I need to be really, really good at that and worth somebody giving me a chance, right? So some of the things you need to think through: identifying and building necessary skills. So the cool thing about what I'm doing now is I'm working with video and lights and cameras. And so I've been on YouTube University learning all these things so I can produce a high quality product. So one thing you can do is when you identify, okay, this is the type of work I want to do. Now you can go to LinkedIn or go to wherever there's job postings, and you can look at the job postings and see what skills are needed, what courses or what education, so you can figure out what certifications or courses you can take. Or if you need to shadow somebody and network and shadow, you can do that too. So you're laying the groundwork to get some tangible experience or knowledge so that you can make this jump. You also need to really clearly articulate your desire to switch functions. And this is where your transferable skills will be so clutch because you just need somebody to give you a chance. If you're going into a role that it's like, I could do this with all the knowledge I have right now, I just need a shot. And that's most function changes. Now, if you're trying to change from a marketer to finance, you might need to go back to school. That's a bigger leap. So you also need to be honest with yourself and assess that. Like, if you're now trying to go from marketing to accounting, or, if you're trying to go from finance to marketing, you still, because listen, I love you finance people. I do. But come on. Marketing ain't what you think it is. And I know y'all think we just be making up numbers, because we do as marketers. But do you know how to write a brief? Okay. Just like I don't know how to write a P&L model in Excel. Okay. You don't know how to write a brief? Respect the game, right? Learn. Take some classes, do some shadowing, get somebody to teach you these things. But don't just think that you can go from finance to marketing, or don't just think you can go from marketing to finance. Like, that's just kind of, I don't know. For me, that's rude. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But also be honest with the challenges that are going to come your way, right? Be a little realistic. And I say a little because if you're overly realistic, you're just now being pessimistic and you're dead in the water. Because if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe you could do this, then you're not going to do it. So you have to believe in your skills and your capability to make this switch. But you also have to give yourself some grace, some patience, and some time to do all the things you need to do and learn all the things you need to learn so that you can successfully switch into this new role. Okay? So you want to avoid imposter syndrome, because if you put your mind to do anything, you can do it. But you also have to be honest about what do you need to fill gaps in order for you to be successful making this switch. Okay? But now the most important thing, and I'm going to leave you with this. Most important thing. The most important thing is embracing change is key when you're navigating career transitions across industries and functions. Okay? So you have to get comfortable with the change, with the unknown. It's going to feel scary, guys. Trust me. It feels so scary. But you're going to be fine. And at the end of the day, you're utilizing your transferable skills and you're going to adopt effective communication strategies that will be very useful to your new professional landscape. So you're going to learn the lingo of your new industry or function. You're going to lean into your superpowers. And that is what's going to make you successful. And you're going to be happier doing this thing that, deep inside, you were meant to do. And it'll come easier to you. And you'll have fun and make money. Who doesn't want to do that? All right, guys, listen. If you have any questions or concerns, you need some advice about a specific situation, go to trillionba.com/coaching to schedule a 45-minute consultation with me to strategize and walk through your specific work situation. In addition, you can always hit me up at ask@trillionba.com. I'm happy to either answer your question or I can connect you to the right person if I don't have the answer. And yes, guys, sometimes I don't know. It's okay. Again, that's trillionba.com/coaching to schedule a 45-minute consultation with me, or ask@trillionba.com to submit your question or concern. All right, guys, listen, I want you to have a wonderful week. I want you to focus on you and figuring out what you want and what's going to make you happy regardless of what anybody else thinks. It's all about what's in here in your heart. Okay? And until next time, keep it trill. The Trill MBA Show is a Fair World Corp LLC production. Executive produced by Felicia and Rose Enuha. Sound design and editing by Chris Mann with Podshaper. Theme music is Kick Push by Brian Little. Keep it trill every day, y'all.